Alright, so here we are at Bilstein Ravine. Thought we'd do something a little bit different today and kind of do a trail guide or a beginner's guide to this trail. If you look at this trail, it's a lot more intimidating than really what it is. First time I went on this thing, I was pretty worried. But after going through it, it's really not too bad. And the main thing about it is don't worry so much about trying to dodge and get around the peaks and valleys that you see in there. The best thing is actually just keep a straight line and go straight through this. Let the Jeep flex, let your tires go up into the wells, and it really steadies itself as you go through. Not near as bad as how it looks, and actually while you're in it, you actually stay pretty stable. As far as the Jeep, this is on 35s, actually 315s, 34 if you want to call it that, but it's basically a 35-inch tire. It's a 2-inch budget boost lift. You don't need lockers for this, or at least I find I don't need to, but you want to be in 4 low, make sure your sway bar is disconnected. That just gives you that little bit more flex, so the Jeep stays stable as you're going up. All right, so here we are back in the cabin. Again, you're going to want to be in 4 low, sway bar disconnected, and really just keep a straight line. Used to when I first started doing this trail, I really wanted doors off and top off. I was really worried about that, but now this is one of those trails I'll come out. It's a day one trail for me. See here, straight line. I'm letting my right side climb and just following it. Turn it into it. Let the tires go. Now I'm up on that left ledge. Now my passenger is about to climb. The Jeep steadies there. Right around the turn I go. Again, no lockers, just sway bar disconnected, 4 low. Keeping a straight line and just following it. And really that's it. We're through the toughest part of the trail. There's maybe one more little off camber spot, but that's it right there. Alright, we'll get out. I'll mount this and I'll just take a look from behind. As you can tell, I went a little bit, you know, but nothing much. Basically just follow the line. Again, it looks so much worse than really what it is, at least to a beginner, right, or someone new. If you're used to bigger trails like this and feeling that off-camber stuff, knowing how far your Jeep can lean, you know, this is nothing. But I'm telling you, as a beginner, this one scared me quite a bit. It took me probably 2 trips out here, I'll be honest with you, 2 trips out here before I tackled this one. Pretty rock out here too. There's always seems to be water, always water flowing down this thing, but it's not slippery rock. I've never had any issues with that. So yeah, a lot of fun. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend, you know, if you have the rig, again, a 2-inch lift, just so you're not rubbing. I've done this before with a 2-inch and stock tires back when I had the mud terrains, the 28s, and made it. So you could do it on stock tires, but you're going to rub more. If you want a smoother ride, you know, air down your 35s. I typically go down to about 20 psi and then rock that and you're good to go. All right, back in the cabin, do the rest of the trail. That's one of those things where people would always talk about parts of the trail and then be like, at least as a beginner, you know, the rest of the trail's fine. And then I run into something and I'm like, oh, what have I gotten into, right? That was always my fear as a beginner, not knowing what's ahead on the trail. You know, some people like that. That's part of the excitement of Jeeping. It is now for me, at least. A little bit more. I'll still research and watch videos on YouTube, get an idea of what to expect. But, you know, some people just adventure out there and what they get into is what they get into. You know, if you have a winch and you're with someone, that's the main thing. Anytime you're doing something new, you want to be with someone. I've done these trails before, and that's the reason I'm doing them solo. A, no one with me in the cabin. And B, I don't have a Jeep in front of me or behind me, right? This is just one of those trips where it worked out where I'm here by myself, so I don't plan on doing trails I haven't done before. This run, I'm just gonna stick to trails I've done, and it's more about just getting away. I'm resetting from work, everyday life, I'm just getting out here, and yeah, it's the same trails I've done. I've been to this park multiple times, but it's still fun. It's still fun just to get out, and be away. the better route. I'm not gonna walk all the way up there, but you can see it, right? I mean, could you sneak to the far right? Sure, but then if your tire backing does come up, you're hitting on that other side there, right on the right side. So have no fear, let your tire climb up on that left side, it's good to go. Again, to a beginner, things look a lot worse than what they are. You know, your second, third time of realizing, understanding what the Jeep's capable of, and I know this thing is still way more capable than what I push it through. I'm still learning myself. Here we go. See, I'm letting that left tire, and you see it there, you see that grab, you see the steering wheel go. Now I'm down in it. You see how level this is? Maybe 15 degrees. I mean, it looks way worse than what it is. And there's the back climbing right there, and now I'm past the Alps. Yeah, that was nothing. So here's another little lean right here. The front left tire is going to dip down in. You want to stay to the left here because you don't want your hard top rubbing on this tree here. So it gets off camber, but you just got to understand that the Jeep is so capable. So capable. Again, just lean there, first lean here, missing these trees, just let it go. Let it lean, let it climb. And that's just experience. You're not gonna look at that as a new driver and be comfortable with that. It's something you have to learn, something you gotta go through. You find out real quick if you enjoy this or not. You know, do you wanna push it? Do you want to, you know, have that accomplishment of completing something? And the only way you're going to get familiar with the capabilities of the Jeep is to just get out there and do it, you know, safely, of course. Like I said, not by yourself for your first time. But something like this used to bother me. Now I'll just walk this slow. I'm still in 4 low, so I'll climb this whole thing. I probably won't even spin. Worst case, if I do, it bumps back a little bit, I give it a little bit more gas, the tires are going to pick up. If not, you know, roll back down, reset yourself, use lockers if you need to. Climbs like this, it's nothing for a Jeep. See how slow I'm going? Just let the tires dig and go. Alright, now we're back at the exit. And that's Bilstein Ravine.